guy like you can make an awful lot of trouble for himself.
To create this character, I started with a completely flat 2D sketch made with grease pencil. Then I created another layer where I have cleaned up the line art a little bit. I spreaded the line art along the y-axis and sculpted it as well. This 3D hand-drawn sketch would be a good reference for 3D sculpting. I blocked out a simple shape by extruding a cube with subdivision modifier on it. I applied the modifier and started the 3D sculpting with Dynotopo enabled. Most of the times I use grab and snake hook tools to get the general shape, paint tool to add some details and scrape tool to flatten the surface where I need it to be flat. At this point it could be a good idea to do the retopo, but I was in a hurry and decided that it looks good enough, and if some would say that it's a bit messy, I would use a magic word.
Stylized.
I created really simple toon shader using BSDF shader to RGB node, color ramp set to constant, and yeah, that's all. Then I created another material which would be slightly modified principle BSDF. I turned the alpha to 0, enabled backface cooling and switched the blend mode to alpha blend. I added the solidify modifier to my 3D head, flipped the normals and set the material offset to 1 to use my invisible principle BSDF material. I changed the thickness to something around minus 0.005, and by doing this I got kind of invisible skin to draw on without worrying that my grease pencil strokes would disappear beneath the surface of the mesh. I came back to my grease pencil object, changed the drawing mode to surface, set the offset to 0 and started to draw the features of the face. I put the eyes and the mouth on separate layers to make my life easier during the weight painting and animation. Finally, I added line art grease pencil object, turned off everything besides the contour, changed the material to the same one that I was using while drawing in surface mode, changed the thickness, and finally added some noise modifier to both grease pencil and line art objects to create some cool flickering. It wasn't actually the end of the process. I still needed it to be rigged and animated, but this is the whole other story. So I guess it's enough for today, and goodbye.